At this very moment, China is executing a dual campaign of planetary engineering. While building the heaviest man-made structure on Earth, a concrete giant weighing over 65.5 million tons, engineers are simultaneously erasing 700 mountains from the map to construct cities from thin air. This is not mere infrastructure development, it is a $450 billion rewriting of the Earth's physical crust. For decades, the global standard for engineering was defined by taming nature. But today, China is moving beyond taming. It is actively re-architecting the biosphere to solve its desperate hunger for space, energy, and resources. From deep-sea highway tunnels that disguise themselves as pristine islands, to vertical skyscrapers wrapped in defensive atmospheric shields, these colossal structures push past the boundary of traditional physics. But why is Beijing pouring nearly $500 billion into altering the Earth? Is this massive spend an act of economic survival? Or is it a calculated gamble to secure global dominance before the resource well runs dry? In this video, we dissect the jaw-dropping reality of China's grand engineering master plan and how these megastructures are physically altering our world. To understand the origin of this infrastructure addiction, we must look at the heaviest monument of human ambition ever constructed, the Three Gorges Dam. Nestled in Shanduping, Hubei province, along the middle reaches of the massive Yangtze River, this concrete beast was born out of historical trauma. In 1991, devastating floods along this river claimed thousands of lives and inflicted over $30 billion in economic damage. Beijing's response was brutal and decisive. They would cage the river. Over 18 grueling years, an army of workers poured 27.2 million cubic meters of concrete and deployed over 450,000 tons of structural steel. To put this in perspective, building the Three Gorges Dam required 85 times more concrete and 7.5 times more steel than the Burj Khalifa, the tallest skyscraper on Earth. The sheer pressure of the water trapped behind this 2.3-kilometer concrete wall is so immense that it acts as a permanent weight on the Earth's crust, even triggering minor seismic shifts in the surrounding valleys. But for China, this was the necessary price of progress. The scale of this project demanded unmatched human sacrifice. To make room for the reservoir, the Chinese government forced the relocation of over 1.3 million people, drowning 13 cities, 140 towns, and over 1,000 villages beneath the rising waters. Today, the dam stands as an unstoppable power plant, equipped with 32 massive turbine units, generating over 100 terawatt-hours of electricity annually. It established the baseline for a national strategy that uses massive physical structures as shields against natural disasters and engines of economic growth. It proved that with enough cash, concrete, and political will, even the wildest rivers on the planet could be tamed. Yet while the Three Gorges took nearly 2 decades to complete, China's modern engineering machine was just warming up, paving the way for an even faster, more efficient breed of clean energy monsters. If the Three Gorges represents the brute force era of Chinese engineering, the Baihetan Dam is the high-tech successor. Perched on the Jinsha River, bordering Sichuan and Yunnan provinces in southwest China, this double curvature arch dam is a towering wall of concrete that was constructed in just 5 years. A breathtaking timeline for a project of this magnitude. Costing over $26 billion, Baihetan is equipped with 16 of the world's first 1 million kilowatt hydro generator units. Its massive reservoir traps 20,627 million cubic meters of water, creating a vast artificial sea cradled within the steep mountain gorges. Baihetan is not an isolated project. It is the crowning jewel of China's 1,800-kilometer clean energy corridor. Along this massive river system, a series of cascade dams work in perfect harmony, generating an astronomical 300 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity every year. This massive output allows China to cut its coal consumption by 90 million tons and reduce carbon emissions by 248 million tons annually. The engineering behind Baihetan is incredibly smart. Because the dam is built in a highly active seismic zone, engineers developed a low-heat concrete formula to prevent cracking during the curing process, keeping the structure cool and flexible under pressure. Every drop of water passing through the turbines is monitored by a network of thousands of smart sensors, adjusting flow rates in real time to maximize power output while managing seasonal floods. This is the green lung of China's industrial machine, designed to feed the infinite hunger of its coastal factories. This creates an extraordinary geographical paradox. The very same nation that is leading the global green transition remains deeply dependent on fossil fuels to keep its economic engine running. To bridge this gap, engineers had to build a heavy-haul rail network of unprecedented scale to move coal across the nation, showcasing that China is not choosing between green energy and fossil fuels. They are consuming both at maximum capacity. This brings us to the Menghua Railway, the world's longest heavy-haul coal transit line. Stretching 2,000 kilometers from the coal-rich deserts of Inner Mongolia to the industrial heartlands of central and southern China, this mega line is designed for sheer, unadulterated carrying capacity. To cross the rugged valleys and rivers along its path, engineers had to construct massive structures, including the spectacular Menghua Railway Bridge. Located at the crossing of the Han River in Hubei Province, the bridge spans over 8,000 meters on 216 towering concrete pillars, with the tallest column rising 74 meters into the air. But the true engineering miracle is hidden underground. To support the weight of incoming coal trains, the bridge's concrete foundations had to be driven an incredible 91 deep into the soft earth. This extreme engineering is necessary to support a staggering payload. The line is built to handle massive, heavy-haul trains weighing up to 20,000 tons, moving a colossal 200 million tons of coal every year. Here lies the striking paradox of China's modern era. On one side of the mountains, they build a $26 billion clean energy dam. On the other, they construct a massive coal highway. It reveals the true scale of China's energy hunger. They are not choosing between green energy and fossil fuels. They are consuming both at maximum capacity to fuel their rise. But as they dominate the skies and the land, their engineers are also conquering the deep waters. Submerged beneath the waters of Lake Taihu, just off the coast of Wuxi in Jiangsu Province, lies a high-tech subterranean highway that feels like a scene straight out of a science fiction movie. The Taihu Lake Tunnel. Spanning 11 kilometers in length, this is the longest and widest underwater highway tunnel in China, constructed in just 4 years to allow commuters to cross the lake in a mere 8 minutes. But how do you build a massive highway under a vast lake without destroying its fragile ecosystem? Engineers rejected traditional tunnel boring machines. Instead, they used the cut-and-cover method on a colossal scale. They built temporary cofferdams, pumped out millions of gallons of lake water to create a dry, open-cut trench, constructed the concrete tunnel structure, and then gently returned the lake water over the roof. To keep drivers alert during the monotonous underwater drive, the tunnel's ceiling is wrapped in a dynamic, color-changing LED lighting system, turning a boring drive into a visual show, a disco party for drivers to prevent highway hypnosis. Even the ventilation shafts, which must breach the lake's surface, are beautifully disguised. Engineers shaped them as artificial islands, sculpted seashells, and ancient Chinese boats to blend perfectly with the scenery. This is the era of hidden engineering, where massive concrete structures are deliberately camouflaged to respect the natural beauty of the landscape. But this artistic blend of engineering is not limited to tunnels. Nowhere is this blend of engineering power and artistic design more evident than in the Shanghai Tower. Towering over the financial district of Lujiazui in Pudong, Shanghai, this $4.2 billion masterpiece rises 632 meters into the clouds, making it the third tallest building in the world. But the Shanghai Tower is not just an office building, it is designed as a vertical city. Composed of 9 vertical zones stacked on top of each other, it houses shopping malls, luxury hotels, office spaces, and sky gardens, accommodating over 40,000 people daily. The key to its engineering genius is its unique 120-degree spiral twist. This aerodynamic design reduces wind loads on the building by 24%, saving over $58 million in structural steel during construction. But its true innovation is its double-layer glass facade, which acts like a giant thermos. This dual-skin exterior insulates the building, reducing heating and cooling costs by 34% and earning it a green platinum rating. To move people through this vertical city, the tower is equipped with some of the fastest elevators on Earth, shooting passengers upward at a dizzying speed of 20.5 meters per second. It is a vertical ecosystem, a self-sustaining city in the clouds that shows how high-density urban living can coexist with ecological sustainability. But while the Shanghai Tower climbs into the heavens, Chinese engineers are executing an even more daring plan on the ground. They are physically changing the face of the Earth. This brings us to the absolute climax of Chinese engineering audacity, the flattening of mountains to build cities. In the arid mountains of Gansu province, specifically around the Lanzhou New Area in northwest China, engineers faced a massive crisis, a complete lack of flat land for urban expansion. Instead of building elsewhere, they decided to recreate the geography. Armed with an army of heavy earth movers and explosives, China launched a $2.5 billion project to literally level 700 dry hills and mountains, filling in deep valleys to create over 25 square kilometers of flat, usable land from scratch. This is not just construction, it is geological remodeling on a planetary scale. The economics behind this project are highly calculated. By leveling these mountains, China is creating a massive new urban center, Lanzhou New Area, designed to boost the regional GDP by a staggering $27 billion by 2030. It is a stunning display of human will, showing that when nature does not provide the right terrain, China will simply rewrite the topography to suit its economic needs. This project represents the peak of the forceful era, where mountains are moved to make way for skyscrapers. But this raw industrial power is now balancing itself with a new architectural philosophy, one that seeks to work in perfect harmony with the natural environment. This transition from brute force construction to natural harmony is beautifully captured in China's cultural masterpieces, specifically the Harbin and Guangzhou opera houses. Here, the raw power of concrete and steel is softened into delicate, organic art. The Guangzhou Opera House, sitting along the Pearl River in southern China, was designed by the legendary architect Zaha Hadid and built at a cost of $200 million. Inspired by the natural erosion of river valleys, its twin pebble design mimics two smooth stones washed ashore. The organic, asymmetrical structure is wrapped in a complex web of granite and glass, creating a seamless transition between the urban landscape and the flowing water. Inside, the main auditorium is a cavernous, flowing space of light and sound, designed with state-of-the-art acoustics that carry the human voice perfectly without electronic amplification. Further north, located near the freezing Menghua River in the northeast, lies the Harbin Opera House. This architectural marvel is designed to blend completely with the snowy wetlands of the region. Its curving white aluminum facade mimics the flow of a frozen wave, blending with the winter snow. In the summer, the building appears as a natural extension of the surrounding marshes. Inside, the walls are carved from rich, warm Manchurian ash wood, creating a warm, organic contrast to the icy exterior. These buildings prove that China's $450 billion construction boom is not just about raw power or industrial output. It is about creating immersive sensory experiences that elevate human culture while respecting the natural geometry of our world. They show that after decades of fighting geography, Chinese engineers have learned to work with it, turning cold, hard concrete into fluid, living art. But this massive scale of construction raises a deeper economic question. Why is China building at this frantic pace, and how does it sustain this momentum? To understand the driving force behind this $450 billion construction blitz, we must look beyond the engineering blueprints and examine the economics of speed. In China, time is measured differently. While the massive Three Gorges Dam took 18 years to complete, the modern Chinese engineering machine has accelerated to a terrifying pace. The $26 billion Baihetan Dam was raised in just 5 years. The Taihu Lake Tunnel, an 11-kilometer underwater masterpiece, was delivered in just 4 years. This rapid pace of construction is not just a showcase of technical skill, it is a vital economic survival strategy. China's economic model has long been driven by massive infrastructure investments. During periods when domestic consumption slows, the Chinese government uses infrastructure as a massive financial shock absorber. By pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into high-profile projects, they keep millions of people employed and maintain an insatiable demand for domestic industries like steel, cement, and glass. It is structural Keynesianism on an unprecedented scale. Every mountain leveled, every tunnel dug, and every skyscraper raised acts as a massive stimulus package, circulating capital through the economy and boosting regional GDP. In Lanzhou, the $2.5 billion mountain leveling project is projected to yield a massive $27 billion return by 2030. But this rapid pace of construction also comes with massive risks. It has created a massive debt burden for local governments and left some regions with overbuilt infrastructure. Yet Beijing remains committed to this path, believing that the physical connectivity and energy security provided by these mega projects will lay the foundation for the next century of Chinese dominance. They are betting that the long-term strategic value of these modern wonders will far outweigh the short-term financial costs. It is an economic model built on concrete, sustained by speed, and powered by an infinite ambition to remake the world. Ultimately, China's $450 billion megaprojects prove that when we refuse to accept geographical limits, we can rebuild the planet. But as we watch these colossal structures rise, one question remains: is remaking the Earth worth the environmental cost? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more.